Hi, hello. My name is Than, short for Nathaniel. Today, it's Snot Girl Summer up in here. I have all the new RCMA, well, not all of the new RCMA base products, but almost everything. I have the powder, the concealer, and the foundation. Let me just look up what RCMA stands for again. They're like a makeup artist brand, makeup artist focused brand. About us. Here we go. The Research Council of Makeup Artists. Blah, 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 blah. So I have the lightest neutral shade, N110 and N10, in both the concealer and the foundation. And then I have the new Premier Pressed Powder in No Color. They're pretty famous for their no color loose powder. RCMA no color powder, yes. And there's a few different shades of this, but I have the one that's like whitish. And then I also got the latest Trend Mood box, so I have the Nabla Cutie palettes. This is not gonna be a first impression for any of these products because I did a stream with both these and the base products. I did a stream last night, so we'll, you know, I have a little bit more experience with them, a little more knowledge. So the look I did with these two palettes in my stream, I did one palette on one eye and one on the other. But I think for today, I'm gonna try to sort of mix and match the colors from both. So this one's Analogue, more brownie, warm brownie. And then this one is Midnight, which is like a blue, sort of stormy story. And they have a bunch of other little cutie palettes, which I may be featuring soon. I know my clip is a little different looking today, isn't it? I did it more like in the front instead of on the side because the hair's always come down. God, we're sweaty up here though. Okay, what is happening? Oh my God. Okay, so again, this is the shade N110. The first time I wore this last night, I used way too much, I think, and it started to look super cakey. So I'm just gonna use one pump for like my entire face. And I'm gonna try blending it first with the brush and then going over the sponge. Last night I just used a sponge, but I feel like this is pretty full coverage. Never mind. I'm just starting with the sponge. That does not look good. Oh no, no. Okay, that looks better, that looks better. Holy moly. And let me just soak up the sweat and then blend.
Girl, so what up? I mean, maybe some of that sweat on that forehead.
Yeah, I just need to blend my forehead first because the sweat is just crazy. I'm also gonna try powdering a little bit less. Last time I used the powder all over my face and it just started looking so dry, so cakey, so heavy. It was like a real, the base was a disaster in my stream last night. But the eye look turned out amazing. Maybe I'll throw in a picture here. Well, I mean, it looks really good on my forehead and it looks good now just with a sponge and a little bit amount on the rest of my face. I mean, I barely have even used any of this pump. So I feel like with this, you really need to be careful not to use too much. Like, really. I think that is the key. I mean, it looks really good right now, and it looked really good last night in the beginning, but by the end of I stream for 3 hours usually, and by midway, I was already like, uh-oh. So, I really think you just don't need a lot of this. I mean, I've almost not even used half of a pump. Like, it looks beautiful, actually, right now. So I'm hoping that as long as I only use a little bit, it'll be really nice, you know? So now I'm more excited again. When it took a turn for the worse last night, I was like, oh no, now I'm gonna have a negative review. I don't like when I don't like a product, you know? Sometimes makeup is bad. That's just facts. And I guess it makes sense that it's really full coverage with makeup artists in mind. I feel like it would go a long way. Like if a makeup artist bought this for their kit, because you only need a tiny amount, I feel like this would last forever for a makeup artist. And I mean, I'm literally going in like with my finger and like literally just barely picking up any of it because that's how it is. I guess it's just like a really concentrated, like pigmented formula, you feel me? Okay, so yeah, I might not even have used a half of a pump. This is a super full coverage formula, I feel. It's liquid, sort of a thicker liquid consistency. Okay, and then here is the concealer. The concealer is practically the same shade as this. It's just a hair lighter, so they do pair well together. That was way too much. I don't know why I even just did a full pump, because I know that I know that I barely even need half a pump. Oh my god. But I'm just gonna like literally barely tap in like a little tiny dot. Look at the coverage. I can't believe how much I used yesterday now. I mean, but I didn't know any better, you know? Like, it was my first time using it. No wonder it looks so fucking cakey. Jesus, you really don't need a lot at all. Another thing about the concealer is it was getting those vertical creases as well as the horizontal creases. I mean, it was getting like creasy, you feel? Hopefully with just the smallest amount. But it's like, I can see it already creasing, you know, and I just applied it a second ago. But, whatever. I'm gonna add some there like I usually do. If I were you, I would definitely use a sponge with this. It's a great match for me though, I feel, shade-wise. This is great for me. So I'm gonna set, but just right under my eyes, like right under my eyes. Tap out some creases here. And I'm taking the Designer Pro, and I'm just gonna go like just a couple taps. And this powder feels super smooth. Let's see how it works when I just use a tiny bit over, you know, a tiny bit of the concealer. Like, that looks pretty good. So we might add more later, but for now, that's all we're going in with because I just want to try to use it to the best of its ability, you know? So I don't want to go crazy with it. Let's use some salt stuff to start out with. I'm going to use their contour shade, or it's just called Taupe now. For blush, let's use these M Cosmetics blushes. Let's go with Pink Nectar. I never use these, but I love the formula. I really love the formula. But the thing is their droppers suck. Like, this is full. This is practically full. Oh, wow. I'm not even kidding. That is the first time that it's ever come out like that. Usually it comes out as like a bubble. I do love it, but okay, but so yeah, here's Pink Nectar. These are like an amazing dewy blush. Really pretty. I don't know how anyone could ever go through like a whole liquid blush, because you just need so little. So far, everything is looking a lot better than how it was in my stream last night. Less is definitely more with this foundation and concealer, because everything is looking really skin-like, especially after I added that blush, because it's like this, it's a serum blush and it's really glowy. So now everything's just looking fresh, you know, not cakey or dry or anything. Okay, so let me start this eye look. I'll insert the look I did with these, the duo look I did here. I think I'm gonna start with Air because it's the lightest color out of both of the palettes. And I'm taking the Crease Pro from Sonia G. These shadows are amazing quality. I was blown away with these shadows. This is like the complete opposite of that Hello Kitty palette. They don't look dry. They build so nicely. They go on so smooth. Taking this KJH brush. This is the number 7 from the Spectrum collection. And I'm gonna go into Contact Sheet, this warm brown. And let me just see, I'm gonna put that, a little bit of that right below this. Sort of just starting to pull it out a little bit. I'm taking Blue Hour, this navy. I'm gonna try to do like a little bit in the inner corner and then a little bit on the outer corner. That's the next step. It looks like I used this with a blue before, so I'm just gonna use this brush. This is the KJH number 15. So I'm going into Blue Hour. Gonna have to sort of blend that a little more. Oh, okay, perfect. These are blending great, actually. Yes, okay. I'm tapping, then I'm gonna tap a little bit more on this side. Connect it at the top, and then build it like this. Yeah, I think this is what I want. And I'm just tapping to sort of try to keep it where I want it. And I'll probably blend out the top more with air in a little bit. And then for the center, I'm gonna use the bright pink gold duochrome that's in this one. And then at the bottom, I'll add that warmer color again. I'm super impressed with the quality of these shadows. Super, super impressed. Just switching between these brushes to blend a little. Tap, tap, tap. Wow, I love this. Okay, let me try to do the same thing on the other side. So, oh god, itch, itch, itch. Okay. This Refer number 2. Let's go back into this Contact Sheet shade. Add that to the center here. Let me see what happens when I reinforce the this lash line here. A different flat brush here with Airy. And then let me go back to that navy. Like, I sort of want a wing, but I want it to be like, you know, a little bit like of a blended type of wing, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it exactly how I want with my skills, but, you know, let's just keep going and see. Just sort of going with my guts here, you know? I don't know, is this a look though? Like by itself? Do I even need to add shimmer? Let me see here. Okay, I'm taking the Refer number 2 into Overexposed. Let's just see, this might be a disaster. Ugh, whatever. Just tap a little off. No, I don't think this is a disaster. Should I put some underneath too? Like here? This is such a beautiful formula. Okay, I think this one needs to be winged up a tiny bit more, or this just needs to be blended more maybe. But anyways, let's add the shimmer to this side. think that's a little bit more even. Taking this little tiny brush, I'm taking this gold, 35mm gold, and going right here. And then I'm gonna take Alma from this, the like sort of more wispier, lighter blue sort of shimmer. And I'll take that on another little skinny brush and I'll put that up here. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. Going with my finger into 35mm again. And I think I just need to stamp it here. Yep, I think that's good. I think that's good. Now I'm going into air again with this little brush. So like, put a hint of that here. Okay, so I think the eyes are done. Let me go into brows. I'm gonna start with a lighter brow gel and might go darker, but for now I'm gonna start with Taupe from Charlotte Tilbury, the Legendary Brows. Actually, I want to add another blush to this. I'm gonna add a little bit of Buzzkill, I think, because it sort of goes, it's sort of like the middle lid color except in blush. So let me add it with, let's see, well, let's see how this KJH number 2 brush goes. Gonna buff slightly with the smooth buffer. I'm gonna try brightening the center of my face with this powder. I just don't know if it's gonna do it. I'm gonna take the sponge. I feel like last night it didn't really work. It's not looking the best. So instead of that, I'm gonna use this McGrath powder and do my usual thing. And I'm gonna powder contour on top too, on top of that cream. And I'm using the Peripera Ink V shading powder. Yeah, I'm gonna use Black Brown from Charlotte Tilbury too. Okay, so I changed into this sweater because this look is sort of giving me, because this was like a navy sweater that became bleached and is now like navy orangey, so I feel like it's sort of like this. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it this way. I don't know if I like this with this. I have another option that I might change into, but we'll see. I'm not sure. But I do want to add, I have this color called Pumpkin Brown from Rom&nd. And or Chija Beige. Let's see how Chija Beige goes on. This might be good. It's just meh for me for this look. I feel like Pumpkin Brown would be better. Let me just... Pumpkin Brown. Okay, here we go. A little bit better. Let me add mascara. I'm gonna use the Jones Road mascara because I want to get it really black. I feel like this mascara is good for that. I think everything's good. I've been like sort of drinking this White Claw. I don't know if I mentioned it. I barely drank it this whole time though, because I was so focused on that eye. This is strawberry. I don't have too much White Claw experience. I've had a couple, but yeah. I'm gonna try putting on this jacket. Now, do I like this jacket more with it or no? Okay, so I think that's it. Let's zoom in and then we'll do the final thoughts here. The base looks a hell of a lot better than it did last night. I actually think it looks really beautiful. I was, you know, a little scared after it was like deteriorating last night, but I think the key is just less is more. Yeah, I don't know if I'm thrilled with the concealer or the powder. I feel like I need to test this powder on other foundations and other concealers because this concealer I feel like is throwing it off. So yeah, not sure there. Let me check the creasing situation. It's not as bad as the other day, so I think using less helped. Like you wouldn't be able to see any issues with it really unless you were literally this close, as close as my fucking mirror, like an inch away from my face. So like from here, I can't even see it like the further I go. So yeah, I mean, so these are created with the intention for them to be used by makeup artists. So keep that in mind if you try these. Just remember a little tiny bit, okay? Smallest, not even a pea. Half of a pea, cut the pea into fourths. I mean, look, it covered really, really good. At least in the mirror. I know on camera with all the lights and stuff, it's sort of, everything comes through a little bit more on camera, but in person, it's pretty full coverage. So I'll be using this throughout the week in my other videos, and we'll see how it works with other base products, you know, other concealers, all that, because it does feel super smooth and like lightweight. These shimmers are crazy. I can't wait for you guys to see the blue. This blue is a total dupe for Pat's in the Subliminal Mothership 1. It's so good. This is even bluer, even brighter and even bluer. So this is an amazing dupe for that. Highly recommend. Just so good. And with the coupon Nabla 30, you can get 30% off on Ulta on all their stuff. So these come out to like $16, I think, after that. And the quality is just amazing. Literally, from the second I even touched it before opening it up, the packaging just feels amazing too. They're pigmented, buildable, blendable. The perfect eyeshadows to me, they do exactly what you want to do. So it makes it easy to like translate your ideas to the eye, you feel me? Okay, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a new video. Follow me on Newness, where I do my live streams. That's linked below. And when you follow me, you can put in your phone number or email address, so you'll get sent a notification for when I'm live. But usually I do streams at 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, and now Saturdays as well. 2 streams a week. I'm really loving it over there on Newness. So yeah. Oh, and follow my Instagram, PrettierThanGram. Not sure if I said that already, but if I didn't, I'm saying it right now. Okay, all right, goodbye.